The best arguments for and against capitalism. Capitalism, the system that lets you buy a $7 latte while someone else can't afford clean water. Let's dive into the arguments for and against this wild economic ride. The case for capitalism. Let's kick things off with the pro-capitalists, those who believe that the invisible hand of the market is like the cool uncle who always slips you a tenner. Adam Smith, the grandfather of capitalism, once said, "It is not from the benevolence of the butcher, the brewer, or the baker that we expect our dinner, but from their regard to their own interest." So basically, capitalism is built on the idea that greed is good, because when everyone is out for themselves, society somehow wins. It's like turning monopoly into real life. Look at innovation. Without capitalism, we wouldn't have smartphones, electric cars, or 12 different types of oat milk. Competition drives innovation, which in turn drives us to invent the future. Capitalism also says, hey, you can be whoever you want to be. Rags to riches stories fuel the American dream. Anyone can climb the ladder, assuming they don't get stuck on the bottom rung, of course. But let's not forget Milton Friedman, who reminded us that capitalism isn't just about making money, it's about freedom. A society that puts equality before freedom will get neither. A society that puts freedom before equality will get a high five from every millionaire. Okay, that last part might be paraphrased. The case against capitalism. But now, let's talk about why capitalism might be less like a hero and more like a villain twirling its mustache. Karl Marx would argue that capitalism is like a vampire. It sucks the life out of workers and grows fat on their labor. He called it exploitation, but hey, at least Jeff Bezos can afford a ticket to space, right? And let's not forget inequality. Thomas Piketty famously pointed out that capitalism naturally leads to the rich getting richer and the poor getting, well, Amazon gift cards for Christmas. He argued that without intervention, wealth concentrates in fewer and fewer hands. Environmentalists have a bone to pick too. Capitalism's constant push for growth? It's like a game of Jenga where nature is the tower, and we keep pulling out blocks. It's fun until the whole thing collapses. Then there's the moral argument. Noam Chomsky calls capitalism a death sentence for the species. Pretty harsh, but when you consider how profits often come before people, he might have a point. Child labor, sweatshops, pollution, it's the dark side of that freedom we love to talk about. The middle ground? So, is there a middle ground? Or are we doomed to argue about capitalism until the end of time? Kind of like debating if pineapple belongs on pizza. Some suggest we tweak the system. Bernie Sanders, the guy who made socialism cool again, argues for democratic socialism, where healthcare isn't tied to your job and the top 1% pays their fair share. He's like the Robin Hood of Vermont. Others say we need a totally new system. Maybe something where money doesn't rule the world and your value isn't just your net worth. Imagine that. A world where people matter more than profits. Radical, I know. But in the end, the debate isn't just about which system is better. It's about what kind of world we want to live in. Are we okay with a few people winning big while others struggle? Or do we want to spread the wealth around, even if it means a smaller slice of the pie for everyone? So, what's the verdict? Is capitalism the best system we've got, or is it time to try something new? The answer is probably somewhere in between, or maybe it's just waiting in line for that $7 latte. Like, comment, and subscribe, because under capitalism, even opinions are a commodity. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Are you a capitalist, a socialist, or just trying to get through the day? And remember, folks, whether you're pro-capitalism, anti-capitalism, or somewhere in the middle, the debate is just getting started. Keep the conversation going and don't be afraid to challenge the status quo, or at least the price of that latte. Thanks for watching.